service to the fatherland for many years without doing anything that is bad, and at the end boost his sight and other things. The leader and the led, different kinds of leaders and different kinds of followers. Leader of treasure trust. This one talks about rage will do this, rage will do that. We are going to enjoy this. Hello and very welcome. I have decided to assist art students this time, to tackle some challenges they are having. We have discovered that over the years, many students fail literature in English, and there are reasons. There are many reasons. There are many secrets that you do not know. Your teacher may not have told you that. There are reasons, and I want to bring them out here. Okay, let's not take much of our time. In the examination, you are going to have questions in African prose, non-African prose, African drama, non-African drama. After this, we are going to clean the board, and also I will give you the African poetry and non-African poetry, as the case may be. Now, listen and listen attentively. Make all efforts to watch this video till the end. You will be happy. There are many things you will discover. You are going to share this video without even being told. Alright, let's go. Join me now. Literature is enjoyable, so I enjoy teaching literature in English. Alright, let's go. Now the first one is Second Class Citizen by Buchi Emecheta. Number 2, Unexpected Joy at Dawn by Alex Aguirre, a Ghanaian. So now look at this. So we'll now come to this one. Non-African prose. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison and Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I like this. Alright, so let's go like this. Look at what you'll be given. In the examination, the instruction says, the first thing is instruction. Please take note of the instruction. You will be given here, in this one, you will be given questions number 1 and 2. This one will make question number 3 and 4. Out of these 4, section A, out of these 4, you'll be asked to answer 1. Answer 1. So out of these 4, you choose 1. They will give you 2 questions on Second Class Citizen. After this, when I clean the board, I'll bring a sample question. I use it to explain some things. Alright? So you'll be given 2 questions on Second Class Citizen, 2 on Unexpected Joy at Dawn. Then here, you also got, this is section B of this. You're going to have 1 and 2 questions, 1 and 2 here, then 3 and 4 here. You choose 1. Now, what does that mean? I have discovered that many students who are most of the time choose 2, like 1 here and 1 here, and submit. Why would you do something like that? The instruction says just answer 1 out of these 4. In other places, I've also discovered where students will answer 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, thinking that it is answer out of from here, choose 1, here, choose 1, here, choose 1, here, choose 1. No! It says choose 1 out of these 4, and the 1 out of these 4, making all 2 in all. I hope you can understand that. So that is how this one is. Then I'm also going to guide you. Listen and listen attentively. I'm also going to bring this in. What tense do you use? What tense do you use? What verb, the tense you use? Do you use past tense or you use present tense in answering the question? Now pay attention at the end of this, and after saying something about this, I'm going to tell you about this. This is where the success and failure lies. Success and failure rests in the use of tenses. How do you use your tenses in answering your questions? Now we come to African drama. Let Me Die Alone by John Kagbo and The Lion and the Jewel by Wole Soyinka. So the same thing happens here. You will be given 1, 2, 3, 4. The same thing. Then African drama 1, 2, 3, 4. Choose 1. Choose 1. This is how it say applies. What applies here also equally applies here. Now, look at what you are going to do. Of these 4, I know that some of you, I don't know why students always find it difficult to read. If you're a literature and English student, I don't like reading novels, articles, different kinds of texts. It means that you should leave arts. But if you are the type that likes reading, you read anything, any material you read, then you are a very good art student. So what I always tell students to do is, out of these two, pick one, take one, study it very well, to know it very well. You will be asked questions on, maybe they will say comment on the character of so, or comment on the theme of, maybe let me just say, for this unexpected joy I done, xenophobia. You can say sin of xenophobia. Xenophobia. Comment on the sin of xenophobia, like on this unexpected joy I done. So if I have read this one very well and I am giving two questions from this unexpected joy I done, there is no how I will not be able to answer one out of the two. So most of the time I will tell students, pick one of the two, read it very well, that if you are asked any comment on the character of so and so person, you'll be able to like give it in its fullness. I hope you can understand that. Now look, the same thing with this non-African prose, the invisible man. You have to choose between these two. Between these two, this is a Gothic novel. You have to choose between these two, the one that you know you can answer questions on very well. Just pick. Sometimes students will say, I don't like that one that is too big. Look for the one that is smaller at least. Look for the one that has very simple language. You know, there are some novels that the language, you need to open it to see complex figurative expressions, idiomatic expressions. The language is not simple. The diction is not simple. So you always look for the one that goes with simple languages that you can enjoy. So of these four, you are at this time supposed to have read one very well here, or of these two, read one very well here. So that will prepare you. This is the, now let me tell you one thing very important. It is not possible for two students to answer the same question using the same language or languages in an examination. When you are given English, literature in English, comment on the character of Ada. This person writes the same thing as this person, using the same word, using the same everything. It means there is a failure. The failure begins there. So literature in English is personal. You don't need to be assisted. So you have to do it by yourself. Once you have read it, be sure that you can answer questions. And I pray that your teacher must have guided you properly on how to answer the questions. If you have not been properly guided, this thing we are doing now, this lesson will assist you. Now, on these ones, now of these two, I think this one is easier, simpler than this. Many students prefer this Wole Soyinka to this one. Right, so you can. I'm not saying it is compulsory, but many students have seen. They will say, I prefer the Lion and the Jewel. It's very easy. We can always talk about Lakunle and the rest of them, and the CD and the rest of them. Very simple. So, but you should, if this one is the one that you think will be good, take it very well, study it very, very well, and be sure. Then choose one. If you have not done that, do it now. Go and look for it. Take one, sit down, create the time. If you're able to read it very well, believe me, with other things I will say at the end of this lesson, you will be very sure. You will be very, 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 very sure. Mr. Primus assures you of that. So, non-African drama, of these two as well, you take one. Now, I want to tell you, answer this. What tense do you use? Do you use simple present or past tense? Let me give you a question. Let me choose from this first one. I will give you a sample question and a sample answer. I will ask you what you make an observation on it. So I'm going to give you a simple question on this. You make an observation. All right. So look at this question. It's a very, very nice one. So this one will give you what you are looking for. Here we are going to answer this question. Do you use simple present tense? Simple present tense or past or present continuous? Right? The answer to it is that any answer you are giving to any of the questions should be in simple present tense. You are running it as a commentary. In commentary, use what? Simple present tense. You can say he goes to church. Francis burns her script. Or you say Ada decides Ada decides to enroll herself. See, enroll herself, something like this. Decides, goes, bonds. These are the words. Or as she is going, something like this. So use it like this, in this form. This is the main thing that examiners will always check. So which tense is this candidate using? That is the first thing. Or which tense did this candidate use? So, and I know that most of the time, students, teachers do forget to tell their students that they have to use simple present tense. This is not like a story, I repeat. In stories, you use simple past tense, simple past. This is not a story, you are running a commentary. And if you see scripts, movie scripts and the rest of them, she goes, she returns, you use simple present tense. You don't use past tense, please. Right? No, simple present. Once you observe this, once you do this, you are sure of getting there. You are sure of getting it. So if you are not good at it, check one of the videos where I taught the use of tenses in Mr. Primus Sciences. That's where I taught that one. Alright, not in this Mr. Primus Arts and the commercial. Alright, thank you very much. So look at it. Discuss second class citizen as a novel erected on conflicts. See the main thing we're talking about. Some students will decide to just write something out of point. This is the main thing. So whatever you are writing should be coherent to conflicts. The various conflicts that took place in the drama. So look at it. The novel centers, look at it, centers on interpersonal and intrapersonal and cultural conflicts. The conflict between Ada and Ma, which results, look at it, result from mass belief that a female does not need education. Can you see it? This is how you answer the questions. Another thing. The major conflict is, can you see it now? So when you write it like this, you'll be very sure of a good score. Alright, so with this now, I strongly believe that you'll be able to do the right thing. You'll be able to do the right thing. And as you do it, you are going to have a good result. So let's look at the various now let me very quickly I'm going to introduce you to this, because in our next class I'm going to analyze these poems, African and non-African poems, right? Johnny, I will not tell you, you are going to find out, tell me which one is African, which one is not non-African. I'm just going to write some of them. Okay, let me quickly do it here. We have a black woman. Is this one? Okay, is this African or non-African? Okay, let me not put them together like that so that you go and find out. This is assignment. The journey of the Magi. Journey of the Magi. We have the grieved lands of Africa. You have Disney poplars. Can I have Disney poplars? We have bats. We have which other one? Cage bird. The cage bird. Find out which one is African, which one is African, which one is non-African, and give me the names of the authors. I'm going to explain each of these with figures of speech. I'm going to analyze it very well, because I know that this is the one that many teachers do not always have time to teach. In fact, it's not easy to teach poetry. So African and non-African, it's not easy, but I'm going to break it down line by line analysis. I'm going to give you the background, the setting, the subject matter, the structure, the diction, the poetic devices, all of them. I'm going to give you each of them and very well explain. Just subscribe and share this to all your friends. We are going to talk about all these poems very well. We have a government driver on his retirement. We have the leader and the led. The leader and the what? The led. I'm going to talk about all these ones. Is there another? I think how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the Green Glass of Africa. I've mentioned that one. We have Radar of the Treasure Trove. Radar of the Treasure Trove, and the rest of them. Radar of the Treasure what? Trove, and the rest of them. There's no spaces. So all these ones. Okay, these ones I've mentioned. if we're able to talk about this black woman, John of the Major, the three wise men, give lands of Africa, grief, and how they maltreated them, business populace about plants, the bat which is the animal, and the pipistrelle, the swallow, cage bird about what we call slavery, and all these people are free and these ones are not free. A government driver on his retirement, service to the fatherland for many years without doing anything that is bad, and at the end boost his sight and other things. The leader and the led, different kinds of leaders and different kinds of followers. Leader of treasure trove. This one talks about rage will do this, rage will do that. We are going to enjoy this. Literature is about enjoyment. So please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, we are going to talk about all this. I enjoy literature. Literature is sweet. Thank you very much, Mr. Primus.